U.S. National Security Strategy 2025, Asia. For over 3 decades, American elites operated under a mistaken assumption that by opening our markets and outsourcing our manufacturing to China, we would facilitate its entry into the rules-based international order.
We thought encouraging investment and outsourcing would integrate them.
That did not happen. China got rich and powerful and used its wealth and power to its considerable advantage. Elites were either willing enablers or in denial. Fact box. The Indo-Pacific is already the source of almost half the world's GDP based on PPP, and that share is certain to grow over the 21st century. It is a key economic and geopolitical battleground. Commercial relations have remained fundamentally unbalanced. The relationship transitioned from one between a wealthy and a poor economy to near peers. But America's posture was rooted in past assumptions.
China's direct exports to the U.S. have fallen since 2017, but China adapted by strengthening its hold on supply chains, exporting indirectly through middlemen and Chinese-built factories in a dozen countries.
Low and middle-income countries are among the greatest economic battlegrounds of the coming decades. China's exports to low-income countries doubled between 2020 and 2024.
We will rebalance America's economic relationship with China, prioritizing reciprocity and fairness to restore American economic independence. Our ultimate goal is to reach a $40 trillion economy in the 2030s, from our current $30 trillion 2025.
Mandate. The United States must protect and defend our economy and our people from harm from any country or source. Specific threats. This means ending grand-scale intellectual property theft, industrial espionage, and threats against our supply chains that risk U.S. access to critical resources, including minerals and rare earth elements. Crisis. We must end the exports of fentanyl precursors that fuel America's opioid epidemic. Allied power. The U.S. must work with treaty allies and partners, who together add $35 trillion to our economy, constituting more than half the world economy. Focus. We must continue to improve commercial and other relations with India to encourage New Delhi to contribute to Indo-Pacific security, including through continued quadrilateral cooperation, the Quad. Investment. The U.S. must invest to advance our advantage in cutting-edge military and dual-use technology, with emphasis on undersea, space, and nuclear, plus future domains like AI, quantum computing, and autonomous systems. Cybersecurity. Critical relationships with the private sector help maintain surveillance of persistent threats, enabling real-time discovery, attribution, and response, including offensive cyber operations. Threat. 1/3 of global shipping passes annually through the South China Sea. Any competitor controlling it could impose a toll system or close it at will, which would be harmful to the U.S. economy. Military goal. We will build a military capable of denying aggression anywhere in the first island chain. Taiwan priority. Deterring a conflict over Taiwan, ideally by preserving military overmatch, is a priority. Taiwan provides access to the second island chain. Burden sharing. Our allies must step up and spend, and more importantly do, much more for collective defense. Diplomacy should press first island chain allies to allow greater U.S. access and invest in capabilities aimed at deterring aggression. Conclusion. Strong American deterrence opens space for disciplined economic action, while disciplined economic action leads to greater American resources to sustain deterrence in the long term. This combined approach is a virtuous cycle,